My name is Tara, and I'm from India. Please like and subscribe. I was raised in a small village by my amazing single mom, who was a farmer. We didn't have a lot, but we were really happy. She was my best friend. Once when I was 5, Mom and I were at a funeral when suddenly I yelled, "Ew, Mom! Did you just fart?" As I turned around to look, Mom turned red. Of course not. This child is so silly. I've never in my life...
You're such a liar, Mom. I hear you do it all the time.
Tara, stop it.
Stinky liar, pants on fire.
By now, everyone was roaring with laughter as Mom chased me around and I ran ahead singing,
"She farted, she farted."
I was in a lot of trouble later, but I realized something. I'd made people laugh, and I really enjoyed that. After that, I became the joker of the village. Mom thought I was hilarious too, as long as I wasn't joking about her. Once when I was 14, I'd taken my cows out for grazing in the fields when suddenly I saw a bird drop to the ground. I ran to it and saw that it was hurt. As I tried dressing its wound, 2 strange girls came running up to me. "Hey, cow dung, that bird is my prey, so back off."
"Yeah, do what my boss said."
"You hit this poor creature? Pick on someone your own size, witch." "Okay, you asked for it." And with that, she jumped on me and we broke into a fight. I kicked her in her stomach, and as she howled in pain, I ran to my cow and went back home. Soon after I got there, I realized the 2 had followed me. They started complaining to Mom that I'd beat them up. She started it. "Oh, you horrible girl. I think you burst my appendix." "Yeah, Auntie, I saw how your daughter kicked my boss. Wait, I'll show you." She took some steps back and ran straight to the mean girl, kicking her hard in the stomach. "Ow, you moron." "Boss, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." As the 2 ran out, Mom and I were laughing our heads off. What idiots. I found out later they were some city brats who'd come on a school trip to the village. Thank God I wouldn't be seeing them around again. A few days later, when I got back from school, I was surprised to see a big car outside our house. I stepped in to find a wealthy-looking man talking to Mom.
"The doctors think it's safe for Tara to move back to the city now. I can never thank you enough for taking care of my child."
"Wait, what? What do you mean?"
"Oh, Tara, how lovely and grown up you are."
"Who are you? And what's going on? Mom?" And what she said next turned my world upside down.
He's your real dad, Tara. And your real mom died soon after you were born. You had some mysterious disease, and the doctor said you had to be raised in the village till your teens. So your dad left you with me, and now he's here to take you."
"You never thought of telling me this? And what am I? Another animal on your farm that you keep and give away whenever you like? I thought you were my mom."
"I'm sorry, Tara, but you're not my real daughter. Your dad has been giving me money to take care of you, and now you must go with him."
Her words were a big blow to me. I had to leave, and I did with a heavy heart. But my dad seemed really nice, and I felt myself warming up to him. He dropped another bombshell on me, though. Apparently, I had a sister, too. Her name was Rita, and she was a year older than me. A few hours later, I arrived at my new home in the city, which was a huge mansion. As Dad led me inside, he told a servant to go get my sister, and when she walked in, I nearly had a stroke. It was one of the girls I'd met in the village, the mean girl's minion.
"Cow dung, what are you doing here?"
"You 2 have met?"
"Yeah, I met Cow dung on a school trip. Why is she here, Dad?"
"Stop calling her that. Her name is Tara, and I told you I was getting your sister."
"Yeah, but I thought you meant you were getting me a cute little puppy."
Dad warned her to be nice to me, but the minute he left the room, she whipped out her phone and called the mean girl.
"Hello, boss. I've got some really gross news. Dad got me a sister, and it's Cow dung. Yeah, the same girl from the village. Okay, I'll keep reporting. Over and out."
Gosh, of all the people in the world, I had to have this mad girl as my sister? It was summer break and school hadn't started yet. I thought I'd get to bond with Dad, but he wasn't around much. He was mostly away for work and would give us gifts when he returned. But otherwise, it was just me and Rita at home, and I tried to avoid her as much as possible. A few weeks later, Dad hosted a grand dinner for some guests, and it was the first time I'd ever been to a party like that. Suddenly, Rita came running in with some things Dad got on his last trip.
Dad, your gifts are always so cheap. Why did you get me a calculator when I asked for a new cell phone? You wait till I steal yours.
A cell phone won't change your math grade from an F, but a calculator might help you get a D. Now, go away and let me introduce Tara to everyone. Come here, love. Meet my daughter, guys. This one's really smart. For the first time, I felt bad for Rita. Dad had basically just called her dumb in front of everyone. A week later, I joined Rita's school, and as soon as we entered the building, she ran to her boss, whose name was Diana. She smirked when she spotted me. Well, you turned out to be really lucky, didn't you? But don't think for a second that you actually belong here. You will always be the uncivilized monkey whose best friends are cows. That's a compliment, because cows are amazing. And yes, I'm quite lucky and rich enough to have a private view for donkeys like you. The kids standing around us snickered, and Diana looked furious. Apparently, lots of people in school didn't like her because she was mean, and they warmed up to me instantly. I made plenty of friends in no time because I could always make people laugh. Soon I found out about a stand-up comedy contest at school, and I immediately signed up. Just then, Rita came running and pushed me aside and wrote Diana's name on. Jeez. The night before the show, I was rehearsing my script in my room when I noticed Rita peeking through the door. Hey, you can't steal my jokes for Diana.
As if she needs your jokes. She's gonna win anyway.
How can you be so sure?
My cat told me. Cats are really good at predicting the future.
Okay then, tell me something. Why do you like being Diana's minion? You're just as pretty and rich as she is.
Are you crazy? Diana's so much prettier than me.
Says who?
Diana does. She's been saying that since we were kids, and she would never lie to me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to practice my clapping for the show tomorrow.
This girl was mental, but I'd started to realize that she wasn't evil like Diana, just really dumb. On the day of the contest, I gave my best on the stage and got quite a few laughs. And then it was Diana's turn. She stepped up in front of the mic and said, "Hello, judges. Before I begin, I'd like to tell you that I'm the most beautiful comedy queen of the school." Suddenly, Rita laughed out loud. Wow, very funny. Diana glared at her. Where was I? Yeah, so all my friends say I have the best sense of humor.
Oh my gosh, what a joke. You're killing me, Diana.
And she laughed so hard, she fell off her chair. Everybody started laughing too, and Diana looked super embarrassed. She screamed and jumped off the stage after Rita, who yelled, "What, boss? You told me to laugh!" But later, when the results were announced, I was declared the winner. I ran home happily to tell Dad, but he wasn't home as usual. So I called him up. "Dad, you won't believe this. I got first place in the comedy contest. You should have seen how everyone laughed at..." "Oh, that's great, honey." "Yeah, it's... Dad? Hello? Can you hear me?" He just hung up the phone. At that moment, I really missed my mom. She would have been so proud of me. Probably not. She said I wasn't her daughter and made me leave. She wouldn't care either. As I was going to my room, I walked past Rita's room and saw her sitting on her bed, crying like a baby. "Hey, what's wrong? Can I sit here?" "Yeah, sit, but a little away from me because Bob says cow dung stinks." "Oh, come on. Now, tell me, why are you crying? It's about Diana, right?" "Yeah, I did what she told me to. I laughed at her jokes to make her win, but now she's mad at me. She didn't even post my video on her TikTok account today." "What video? And what account?" She showed me Diana's TikTok account, where she uploaded Rita's videos doing absurd things, like standing on a table and doing a stupid dance, jumping like a frog on the street, even acting like Diana's puppy in one video. What the freaking fish? Diana has been using my sister as a joke to get followers? to get followers? Don't you see the problem with this, Rita? What? Diana is making me popular. Maybe I'll get so famous, I'll be cast in comedy movies one day.
Rita was just watching the views on her videos and smiling. This Diana was a jerk, and I had to think of some way to teach her a lesson. And the very next day, I walked into the cafeteria with Rita, and we found Diana bragging loudly to a group of girls. This is your first time going to Europe? Loser. I've been there so many times. Actually, I was planning on seeing the fashion show in Paris this coming weekend, but my old grandma passed away last night. Just ruined my plans. And Rita started to wail.
Oh my God, what? Granny died last night?
But wait, I spoke to her this morning when I called your house. This doesn't make any sense. And she said you guys were going to the village on the weekend. As Diana's lie was caught and everyone started to laugh, she looked livid. You don't know anything because you're a complete moron. Why can't you just keep your mouth shut? Diana raised her hand to slap her, but I stepped in and pushed her back. Don't you dare touch my sister. Stay away from her, and you're not using her anymore for stupid videos or anything else, you black-hearted donkey. I knocked her down to the ground, and Rita jumped in too. While the two wrestled and screamed, I grabbed Diana's phone and deleted the TikTok account and all the videos. We got suspended for a few days for attacking Diana, but it was totally worth it. Dad wasn't mad at me when he found out, but he went totally bonkers on Rita. You already don't do much to make me proud, and now you've gotten yourself suspended? I don't know what I've done to deserve a dumb daughter like you. Rita went crying to her room, and I felt terrible. Later that evening, I decided I'd talk to Dad about not being so mean to her all the time. I went into his study, and he wasn't there, but I found his laptop open, with an email from his lawyer that left me shook. The will left by Tara's mother cannot be changed. She is the sole heiress of all her mother's wealth, and you as the stepfather get nothing. We will have to find some other way to get a hold of that orphan's money. Wait, Dad was my stepdad? My mother had left me money, and he was trying to take it? Why are you snooping around? Can you explain this email, Dad? Or should I say, stepdad? Yeah, I'm not your father. Your mother left me for someone else and had you. But then they both died and the police left you with me because there was no one else. I left you in the village with some poor woman who wanted a child so badly. She didn't even take any money. I only brought you back because I needed you to sign some papers, but it looks like it's no use. So you can just go back to your idiot mother while I figure something out. And what about my money? You can't have it. Oh, yes, I can. And I will. What are you going to do about it? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This man was pure evil. I ran upstairs and started packing my things. I wasn't staying here another minute. But as I was leaving, I heard police sirens, and there were cops at the door to arrest Dad for theft and fraud. You called the police, Tara? No, I did. I heard everything you and Dad were talking about, Tara, and then I snuck down to his study and sent his emails to the police. How could you do this to your own father, Rita? Because you're a crook, and you're not a good father either. My whole life you've told me I'm stupid and not good enough. Well, I deserve better than you. Take him away. The cops took him away, and I turned to hug her tight. You're amazing, Rita. But you're still leaving me to go with your mom, right? No, I'm taking you with me. Mom said she took money to keep me, but I just knew in my heart that wasn't true. Your dad made her say that to make me leave with him. She's the most amazing mom, Rita, and she would love to have you too. Are you sure? 100%. Let's go!